Okay, hello everybody, welcome back to Ostranauts as we follow on the adventures of Micah Eric Chambers. Now, when we had finished the last episode, we'd obviously managed to find ourselves these two interesting ships. We've got them both in our little PDA, ready to have a little look at them in the notes. The Nana Star and the Definitely Nurture, both of whom are interesting, to say the least. Potential not just salvaging, but potential restoration options. The Nana Star, I mean, the more I think about it, the more I'm like, the Nana Star's just a little bit too beaten up to really be potentially fixed. But definitely the Definitely Nurture, I think you probably could. What we're going to do is we're just going to hail Definitely Nurture. We're going to undock it. There's a few things we do need to do in order to actually get. It's not just the RCS, kind of like what I said. It doesn't have like a transponder, which means it's not actually space legal for us to fly. We would certainly get in a little bit of trouble if we tried. I think what we're going to do is we're going to hit up one more wreck. I was thinking we wouldn't do this last time, and we instead go back. I mean, our power is slowly but surely running out, so we have got to be a little bit mindful of that. But I don't think we'll be too long. So I think what we do is we get rid of our lateral velocity. We just kind of head over to this ship here. Shouldn't be too bad in terms of time together. Should be about 10 minutes again. Yeah, there we go. 9 minutes. We'll head on over and we'll kind of have a little check about it. Let's have a little look as well. Make sure that our sort of like our bay and stuff is all working fine. Let's get our full thing out. So what do we need in here? We've got a couple of things that probably need to be fixed a little bit. I mean, actually everything's kind of looking all right. We managed to fix this pump, so we'll swap you out. Everything in here should be already fixed, so yeah, it's looking good, looking good. That O2 tank fixed, indeed it is. You're needing fixed, so what we'll do is we'll move some of the stuff about. Get you out. You need a little bit of restore, but you're not too bad. And other than that, yeah, we're good to go. Alright, let's restore, so we'll go to orders. And we will restore all of this stuff here. There we go. And then we'll set ourselves to auto task. Yeah, we're going to obviously repair all this stuff up here because we had that little bit of a scuffle earlier. So I don't think it's a bad idea to go necessarily do this. It kind of means we can just kind of do everything as we go. And we should get ourselves a little warning when we get PDA. Let's have a little look at our PDA. Have a look at the nav map here. How are we doing? Because it means we can always just kind of like look at ourselves. Zoom on in. How are we doing? There we go. There's the collision alert. Let's get ourselves over to the nav station and get ready. Our battery's kind of going down a wee bit. Let's clear that proximity alarm and let's hail this ship here. Let's get the docking procedures on the go. Target is unresponsive, but that's kind of what we were expecting. Let's get ourselves turned around. Good stuff. Minimize the amount of lateral motion. That's good. We're moving in. Decent lick. Should be there in about 40 seconds. Speed up time a wee bit. There we go. Maybe not quite that fast. You always click one time too many. It's like Kerbal. You always click a little bit too much, and then you end up like zooming past your point of burn and stuff like that. Let's bring this down just ever so slightly. There's 6 seconds to go. Because I do feel as though the docking has been just a little bit more harsh than it has been. Used to feel like you could just like basically shoot yourself at another place, but it's not really the case anymore. Alright, looks like this is going to be another big ship. It's going to be... I mean, it's big, but there's not much left of it, to be honest. Okay. Interesting. Certainly incredibly interesting. Let's have a little look inside here, what we got. A lot of mechanical parts, a lot of scrap aluminum. Okay, can drop off this drink pouch, we don't need it. We've got some more pills there as well. So, let's grab some more of these parts here. We should be able to kind of like restore stuff a little bit better now as well. Another rack. Have a look at you. Again. We got some carbon fiber as well, might as well take it. That's a turbo pump. We will uninstall you because we'll probably want you. Looks like we've got kind of like an HVAC system, but kind of like an air system here. I thought this might have potentially been like a sealed room. Probably actually want to have like a proper good look around first. Oh, that's a lot of N2. That is a lot of N2. So I guess I kind of was right. That's another Kang. That's a Kang intake. Interesting. We could certainly just grab that and store that and have that ready to go for that other ship. And I mean, worst comes to worst, we can always just repair it up. A lot of debris. We've got what looks to be some kind of drill here. Let's keep on having a wee look around the outside, see if we can see anything else. Get a little bit of a better idea of what's going on. Yeah, it's certainly a big old ship. This almost looks like a little, I was going to say it looks like an exterior bit, but I don't think it's supposed to be exterior. I think it's supposed to be interior. What we got here? We got another Bingham battery. That's pretty good. Let's swap that out for that. There we go. We still got a PDA that we've got to look into as well. What we got here? Holding patch. It's a point actually. We don't really have any kind of like emergency stuff, do we? In our own ship. It's a damaged helmet. A data card. Interesting. Let's I'll get rid of all these like old pouches and stuff, but we'll definitely take that and we'll have a wee look at that in our PDA. Another blister seal kit. Yeah, it's almost like this bit of the ship's just been completely taken out. I don't think that's supposed to be, you know, open to the vacuum, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's supposed to be like kind of like exterior, kind of like resupply area. Say if you're kind of like working around or you've got people kind of there, you know, like who are doing work around here, you kind of put just some emergency supplies there in case they need it. You know, they've got the extinguisher, they got all that kind of jazz. It's gonna be very interesting when they get the fire systems all working. That's gonna be very scary. I imagine like you're gonna go around here. Oh yeah, I'll just switch on the electrics. Boom! All of a sudden, there's just fire everywhere. Not fun. Motherboard there. Some kind of bin too. Cryo pump here. So this is okay. So this has been some kind of like nuclear meltdown. I think. Good to know. This heatsink is in much better condition than this one, so we'll change that up. Let's have a look inside this toolbox. Nothing. Okay. What else do we have? Probably nothing else. This is probably just like the remainders of this kind of reactor here. Some small mechanical parts. Got some more pills. Yeah. Nothing too big. So yeah, I think what we'll do is we'll uninstall this cryo pump. We'll maybe see if we can repair it. Yeah, it's just another one of the fusion core modules. We'll probably try and see if we can repair this and then get it ready to sell. Might as well. It's going to take us a little while to get like a working fusion reactor. We're certainly not going to get one on the ship that we have now. Let's see, what do we need? Motor, heatsink, small parts, mechanical, scrap, and steel. So there we go. Let's see if we can just kind of dump everything into here. It's looking pretty good so far. Yep, we're grabbing steel, popping it in. Yeah, there we go. We can actually repair it up now. Fantastic. Let's repair this up, and then we can well, we can get it restored up on the ship. There we go. Beautiful. All right. Okay, we'll come back for that. I better remember to, otherwise I'm going to be very annoyed at myself. Let's have a little bit. What we got here? A bunk, sleeping bunk, damaged. Okay, so this is going to be your crew quarter kind of area. We've got an O2 tank there. We've got some food here, cigarettes. But you, just nothing, nothing of value. Maybe we can grab another nav station. That'd be nice. Yeah, it looks like this is maybe like another kind of like freight or something like that, or a couple of cigarette boxes. Got a crate here we can hopefully hack into. Yep. Let's get that code. Yep, there we go. Open you up. Have a little look inside the inventory. See what we can do. Bunch of motors, motherboard. It's not bad. It's not bad, certainly. That thruster's damaged. Again, we could probably repair that up. But equally, we might be able to just find the one that's working. This air pump, we'll probably also grab. Let's go and grab our dolly, I think. Another bin. Nice, nice, nice. Subfloor bin. Might want to take that. That could be quite useful because we could just pop that in to here. Let's have a look. Can we uninstall that bin? We can indeed. Let's get that uninstalled. a subfloor bin. It would mean that we'd have to grab it and install it, and it's going to leave a hole in our ship again, is the only thing. We have already wasted quite a lot of time when it comes to getting things done. We did say we wanted to get the turbo, the turbo pump installed over where the oxygen is, just so we can kind of like rapidly bring things in and out. Right, let's bring you over. I think what we'll do is we'll drop you down here. There. You're not particularly happy. Yeah, the N2 is not, doesn't definitely not seem to be particularly happy with us, but that's okay. Let's, did we empty out the dolly? We did not, but okay. So we've got a bunch more stuff that we could be using to restore. This is far more damage than the kind of the other stuff. Let's try and dump some of this, or at least as much of this as we can. Yeah, dump you there. Dump all these containers. Get that turbo out. Okay, I can deal with us having a couple of canisters. Our battery has only got 50 minutes left, so we have to be a little bit mindful of our timings. We do obviously have the backup battery as well, so let's just kind of like grab what we can just now. We'll grab this cryo pump. We can always repair that while we're underway. Or, sorry, restore it rather than repair it. So we'll grab you. Let's grab this pump. There we go. Fantastic. So we've got the pump. We've got all this N2. We've got this, and we've got this O2 as well. So we'll definitely take that O2. Let's keep a little eye on the time. I think we spend maybe like another 10 minutes or so, and then we think about leaving. A lot of these N2 cans seem to be alright, so I think we'll keep them around. So let's see if we can kind of like just say, hey, I want you to uninstall all of these cans. And we'll put you on auto task. Hopefully you're just going to go over for the other bits as well. Going to go for the restoring rather than the uninstalling. It's probably a way we can like say, hey, this is the orders we want you to do, but we'll not worry about that just now, just because we're going to try and get this done. Unable to comply with that N2 tank. Why is that? Are we out of charge or anything? No. No. Nothing like that. Let's see if we can get this. So let's cancel the tasks. Oh, it's because I've already got it set, is it? Yeah, that's probably what it is. So let's cancel the tasks on all these. There we go. I'm just going to go around them one by one. Uninstall them, get them up. Shouldn't take too long. They're worth a pretty penny. They're pretty good condition too. In this one, maybe not quite as much, but that's all right. It's like we can make a little bit of money off these. Let's grab them. Grab as much as we can. We got that cryo distribution pump. We'll just take what we can. I think we have to get back to base. We don't have any way of charging our batteries. We don't produce any power ourselves, so we need to get back to the K-Leg station and make sure our ship remains functioning. If we run out of power, we're done. Things are not going to be looking good for us. We're going to be stuck effectively. Right, let's head back. We've got our dolly. We can always kind of go around and we can just, you know, restore what we have left. When we have a little bit of time, we can probably restore this cryopod. I imagine this is probably going to be the most worthwhile part, or certainly I'd hope so. Right, let's bring you up and just drop you here. If we can actually drop you there. Perfect. All right, let's get our battery out so we're not wasting that. Take off our helmet. Good stuff. We're no longer airtight, but that's a-okay by me. Alright, let's have a little look at our nav station. And let's get ourselves back to old K-Leg. There we go. Looks like we're actually facing the proper way as well, which is quite nice. Still reeling. Yeah, well, it's unfortunately still reeling. You're not quite like the other ones that we've had. Yeah, let's see. There we go. Alright. Undock. Oh no. we want to undock on our actual thing here. Not our target. There we go. Undock. Boost away. Back to the nav menu. Turn ourselves around. Boost that RCS up just ever so slightly because I'm feeling it a little bit. A little bit of an autosave as well. How are we doing for power? 26 kilowatts. Yeah, we should be alright. Alright, let's start. We'll go about 100 meters a second towards the K-Leg station. Be there in 11 minutes. Good stuff. A little bit of lateral velocity, that's expected to happen because it's going to be going around the station. And let's get to work. Always just repair these up. Get them working. Store the floors. Storing up everything. Get these pumps working. Yeah, there we go. That's looking much better already. That pump, I think, got a little bit damaged in the crash. Yeah, restore the door as well. The door and the airlock, probably two of the most important things here. Just because, you know, if they go, doesn't matter how good our pumps are, we're going to be, you know, gasping ever so slightly. So yeah, we'll repair these up, get these doors working. Also helps stop people, you know, try and bash their way through. Oh, there we go. There's a collision. So we didn't actually manage to kind of repair anything else. Not getting much time to do that kind of stuff, but that's to be expected because we're working so close to everything. There we go. Get docking clearance, please. Thank you very much. There we go. Slowing down quite a bit. Let's ourselves turned around so we're actually facing you. That'd be good. Get our lateral motion done. Get the bridge done. 40 seconds till clamps are engaged. That's a-okay. We're all lined up nicely. Let's turn you off. Little proximity alarm. There we go. Alright. Then we get to 1 kilometer out. We're going to reduce to 50. Let's make this a little bit less jarring, please. Thank you. A little bit slower, but that's alright. We can manage that. Alright, coming in. Relative velocity 50 meters per second, ETA 10 seconds. We're going to boost it down just a little bit more, just give us more time. In order to get these clamps in, we're looking pretty nice. There we go. Boom. Just like that, we are in. Clamp set. Welcome to OK Leg. Alright, let's, I mean, we might as well spend some of our time. The shift's about to end, but it's okay. We've already paid our dues. Let's just repair up what we can. Restore some of the floor. There we go, restore the pump. Just want to make sure that everything's looking pretty good. If we can get at least the stuff out here restored, that'd be good. Power tools low on power, that's okay. We can change that up. Let's go and change our welder. So, change this out. So, boom, boom. There we go. Welder's looking pretty good now. Back to task. There you go. Get everything repaired on up. What else is looking like it needs repaired around here? That turbo pump. So let's just get everything nice and repaired. So boom. Yeah, there we go. Make sure we got everything looking fantabby-dozy. If we can do that. We need to turn off that collision alert while we're on the station. It's going to be costing us a little bit, but it's okay. Let's mute you. We will remember to turn you back on. I have to say that every time so it's in my brain that I do remember to do that. We'll sell off this stuff here. I think what we're going to do as well is we'll take the tram over to the legal department. We'll maybe have a little look at see what the kind of costs are for those ships. I think it'll be good for us to kind of know that stuff. But yeah, we definitely want to get at least one of those. If we are going to want to repair that ship, we're going to need at least 1 RCS intake, if not more. How are you doing, battery? You're doing all right. Yeah, you should be fine now. You're probably not doing that much. I mean, we'll be using a little bit for the battery charger, using a bit for the lights, but that's okay by me. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Everything should be getting much, much better. Yes, looking good. Once this is done, we'll come back and we'll just kind of make everything work again. Right, that should be enough for just now. Let's go over and we'll start selling some stuff. We should probably actually pick up something to drink as well, because I think we were getting a little bit thirsty. Yeah, there we go. What we got? Oh, this is just food. Szechuan beef with pink peppercorn. Pretty expensive, but sounds quite nice. Suakart, you got anything good for us? Kebab of chicken in a yaji spice rub. I imagine that's got as much meat in it as you think it does. Let's see what we were going to get that flask, weren't we? And we've got the data cards we've got to have a wee look at as well. We'll have to have a wee think about that. Do we want to get that flask? We'll maybe worry about that after we kind of get everything together. Let's have a little look at this. Well, we've got this PDA we want to unlock. We've got this data card as well. Let's have a look. Let's hack this up. There we go. If you can secure a device like these, it's always a siren's call. Puzzle you can sink your teeth into in the downtime. Let's finish cracking this. There we go. Perfect. Right. Sure enough, nobody bothered to patch the exploit. We're in. We have full access to their systems. Fantastic. I don't even know what stuff's on this PDA. Let's have a little look. You got anything cool in here? Anything on your files? Let's have a little look, see. Oh, we've also got this data card. Anything there? Doesn't really look like it, does it? No, that's a bit annoying. Oh well, never mind. Aye, we've just got this cartridge here. What's this? We got a augmented view reality environment highlighting power flow, yeah. Highlighting damaged equipment. That's pretty cool. And this is a special hardware designed to enable new functionality within the PDA. This cartridge has aftermarket modifications. Oh, okay. Interesting. You'll love to see it. Alright, let's head on over here to the license and let's start selling off some of our stuff. So, what have we got? We've got this data card here. Doesn't really even look like it's got anything on it, so we'll just sell it. This other PDA. Here we go. This is what we want. Small crypto thing. Okay, interesting. This modded cartridge is actually pretty good. I mean, I guess we'll just sell everything. I don't know what that one does, but it looks pretty nice. I mean, this one is our own one, so we'll keep that and we'll sell that off as well. Looking good. Sell off these trenchers as well if we wanted to. This cigarette box isn't actually worth anything. Let's go ahead and we'll grab our selling zone. So we've got ourselves all of our stuff in here. So yeah, we'll just kind of take everything that's like new. So off. Do we keep that turbo pump? No, I think we just sell it. I was saying that we kind of wanted to do that, but I think we can just sell it a wee bit. Now we've got a couple of used things in here, so we'll sell off the stuff that's like new. There we go. We're going to make a good bit of money here, and then we've got all this kind of like stuff here that we need to actually like properly get done. 21k. Boom. Just like that. Now a lot of that as well was actually the that PDA. That PDA was pretty good. Let's go ahead and we will come in here. I want us to, if we can, grab some of this stuff and dump it over. Yeah, good stuff, good stuff. Right, let's move this down. I would like, if we can, just to have a little bit of space there. Part of me is wondering if we keep that pressure suit. I mean, it's good to have a backup, honestly. Right, let's get back out. We'll sell the rest of this stuff. Yeah, this area kind of like in our airlock's pretty cold. It seems like our heater can't really get there. I mean, makes sense. It's kind of just like, you know, the unheated part of the ship. Right, let's get back to our selling zone. Yeah, we've got our air pump, like new. I guess some of the stuff isn't quite in the selling zone, but that's okay. Double check our zones as well. A little look at our zones. Selling zone. Yeah, it's just this bit, just this main bit here, isn't it? Just up and down. So if we edited it, and we add in these other zones just to expand that out. I think that's a little bit better. Hopefully that should allow us to sell the rest of that stuff as well. Let's also kind of restore like some of the stuff that's a little bit damaged. Not much of this is going to be too important, but we can always do that. And then sell this off. And then we can get out that cryo bit for the fusion reactor, and we can sell it off as well. So yeah, let's sell you, there we go. We'll sell that bin. That bin's actually worth a lot of money. I have to keep that in mind. That N2 canister's not really worth much, but I guess that's because it's done. We've got this air pump. It's a little bit used, but that's okay. We can probably just get rid of it. Everything in here is used and worn, but I think just for the purposes of time, if it's just use, we'll sell it, because we're just, with the N2 and the O2s, we're more just here for the gas amounts than anything else. Good stuff. I mean, even that worn one is selling for quite a lot. And then we can fix up this cryo distribution and the turbo air pump, and that should be good. Yeah, let's sell you as well. We can always just fix up the other one if we need to. Alrighty, we're making good bank today, fellas. Look at that mortgage. It's great. We've got this other air pump here as well. I don't know why you're not appearing on the selling zone. We do have this bit in here, don't we? Yeah, I don't know why you're not being included. How very odd. Maybe I'm just being blind. I wouldn't put that past me. Right, let's grab this dolly. Pick you up. We'll start doing a little bit of remanagement over here. So we just need to pick up that cryopod, pick up this turbo bit. Here we can dump the dolly back over here. There we go. That dolly's been very, very useful for us, it must be said. Restore this pump here, get that pump store restored as well. And then we'll also restore up this cryo distribution pub, and then we can have a little look around and see how those other ships are looking in terms of cost. Just more out of curiosity than anything else. We can also make sure that, you know, looks like we need to think about going to the loo at some point. You know, we've basically been working for quite some time now. We're pretty well rested, we feel well groomed. We probably want to actually, you know, like speak to somebody for once. But I mean, Michael looks like he's pretty happy. Or as happy as you could be in this kind of horrible-ish environment. Alright, let's head on over. Go to our trade bit. We've still got a bunch of time on our scrap as well, or our scrapping license, so we should be absolutely fine for that. Yeah, let's just sell that turbo. Yeah, that cryo distribution pump isn't worth as much as I was kind of hoping it would be. Being a fusion power and all. Let's, yeah. Could just sell that bin as well. At least gives us a bit of money. Let's do it. Boom. There we go. 55 grand in the back pocket. Doing pretty well. Let's access the transit menu. So here we are. This is the transit menu here. And this is where we can go to other parts of the Calyx station. Apparently our mum is out of order. That's not very nice. We are currently here at Port Azikiwe, which is kind of like where we... It's effectively like where the sort of like space docks are. We want to head over towards the commercial sector so we can have a little look at these ships and see what we can grab. There we go. Perfect. You are stepping off the tram at Calyx Commercial District. The difference is immediately apparent. It's not nicer, but maybe less worn out. Like, less people come here, or at least less rough and tumble types. The main point of interest here is the Port Authority office, a place where every captain inevitably becomes familiar with as they navigate the web of red tape surrounding spaceport operations. Usually you find at least a few pilots and ship owners slouched in line down here, down on the luck, hoping for a break. The longer the line, the more likely the nice clerk is on duty today. There we go. The district also offers space with funds to spare, plenty of lavish means to part with their windfalls. A ship broker offers mortgages on pre-owned vessels as well as derelicts in the boneyard stock. Then Bjorn Self-Care Kiosk allows us to heal our ailments. An embassy for distant colonies allows the application for permanent resident visas, coveted for tax discounts and improved legal treatment. Fortunately, the decades since the loss of Earth have led to the ablative cascade of 59 has rendered colony interaction increasingly rare and informal, and legal status is highly coveted, let alone full citizenship. Legal status also confers local benefits as cargo trade discounts and rights to purchase private housing and docking. Interesting. So yeah, we could, if we get the money, we could try and see if we can get some health self-care. Let's have a look at this medical services. So we can see here, this is the self-care kiosk. This is where I can see where Band-Aid can state-art treatments which folks enjoy on Hangzhou or Mars. So we can like remove our scars or chronic illnesses and stuff like that. So let's have a look at that. It would cost us 250,000. You don't have to know how they do it. You just transfer the payment and hope for an easier tomorrow. What work would you have done? Well, we can't afford that. So unfortunately, we're not going to be doing that. As much as I'd love to say that we could. Now, while we're here, we've got to make our way over to the Port Authority so we can go ahead and have a little look at those ships. Let's have a little look at our notes so we can remind ourselves of the names of these. Here we go. Looking good. I don't think we're in the right bit, are we? Let's see. Yeah, we can offer them a smoke if they want. Hey, you want a smoke? It's one of the terminals, if I remember correctly. It's been a while since I've done this. There we have Venkens to see. Here's the embassies. But we could go ahead and see if we can like inquire about visas. We can always see how much a visa is for Kalig on Ganymede. Have a little look. So an investor visa is 5 million and a skilled labor visa is 750. I don't think we'll be we'll not be doing that for a little while. Yeah, we offer the Kalig station offers no legal citizenship, only corporate sponsored permanent residence. Like many sovereignties, Kalig immigration pathways typically last sponsorship programs, except perhaps those favored by the harbour master personally. All right, let's leave that out. That's not something we're going to be doing today. We've got the gig bit over here as well. So the gigs are like where you can basically kind of use them as like a side mission-y kind of things. I've got to remember where to go exactly for this bit here. This looks like a bar. We could always see if we can get a drink here. Actually, that could be a good shout. All right, man. How's it going? Offer to trade. Let's see what you got. You got a flask. Pretty expensive. Or we could just get some drink pouches. Can we sell you anything? Can we sell you anything out of a bag? Anything you'd want? No, you don't really want anything, do you? No. Don't really want anything illegal. Flask would be good, but it's quite expensive. Just because it means we can like hold a whole bunch of liquid. Let us purchase a drink pouch. We'll get that sent to the ship and we'll have that when we get back. $300 for a sip of a drink. Fun, fun, fun. Right, here we go. Here's the ship broker. So let's have a little look, see here. We're looking for buy derelicts. Here we are. Definitely nurture is currently going for, yeah, quite a lot. Quite a lot. Nearly 700,000. I don't think that's going to be happening, unfortunately. Then the nano star is going for 1.5 million, and that's gonna need an awful lot of fixing in order to actually get working. Both of them. I mean, at least the yeah, estimated value somewhere in the region of about 466 to 900. Yeah, I could see that. I could definitely see that. Yeah, I'm surprised the still reeling is also so valued. I mean, I guess it's mostly still intact, but yeah. Could also buy some used ships as well if we wanted to. We could get another like salvaged tug like we had. Get these gas tugs that are there for carrying the gas. Courier, all very, very expensive. Don't think we'll be worrying about that. Over here we can purchase replacement transponders if we want to, but we don't need to do that just now. Yeah, that's a little bit annoying. Let's have a look at the rating services as well. Let's see what they're saying about our ships. There we go. Nothing personnel kid. Kind of says what we have in it. Rating A2D medium. Cool. All right, let's head on out. I was kind of hoping that they wouldn't be quite as expensive, but there we are. Kind of knew that it would be. It's like, we could probably make some money. We could make some money off it, almost certainly, especially if once we kind of like fix it up and yeah, everything. Like once we kind of restored, say, like everything of that definitely nurture. I think we could make quite a bit of money off that. I think we'll probably just have to probably strip down the other one. I don't know why this pump isn't wanting to be sold. I wonder if it's because we had it installed on our ship. We'll just pick it up and we'll drag it over and hopefully this will actually sell. We've got our drink over there. It's looking good. So let's go ahead and sell off our stuff. And I think, yeah, we'll sell off our stuff. A little bit disappointed again that we won't be able to buy anything. Shift should be ending fairly shortly at 15 minutes. Let's sell you. There we go. Get paid. How much are we looking for in terms of payment for you? Not bad. Charge up the batteries. It's good. We want to make sure... Yeah, we're doing fine for that. Do we want to pump up the oxygen again too a little bit? I think we're all right for just now. I think we've got a decent amount on board. Maybe just pop it up just ever so slightly just for the stuff that we're going to use. Yeah, it cost us $1,000. Just a little bit over. We're alright for RCS. Boom. There we go. That'll do. Alright, I don't think we'll be refitting you anytime soon. I think we'll just... we'll worry about it another time. Let's make sure that we're having a wee sip. Oh, we're not actually thirsty. I thought we were. Grab you, put you in a pouch. There we go. Alright, we're good to go. Let's go ahead into the nav station. How are we doing for finances? Doing pretty well. We've had a lot of expenses, but we have also had some pretty decent profits. And I mean, I guess we got to think about it. We paid the mortgage. We also bought this very, very expensive batteries for the laser torch. We've obviously done a lot of stuff with the Birminghams as well. Seems to think we've only made a net profit of 1,000, but I guess maybe over the course of this we have. But it certainly feels like we've had a little bit more. Let's get on the nav station and let's get ourselves out. Where are we going to head? I mean, we could certainly go over to Nanostar. I'll have a look. Although it looks like somebody else is there at the moment. We do have to worry about these other guys as well. Okay, LG hauler. This looks like a decent cluster. We'll come out here. Looks like there's almost like a derelict that's kind of passing by pretty close. Let's turn this proximity alarm back on. Skirting the limits of availability. Alright, let's disconnect from OK leg. And we'll head on out. Yep. Ready for departure. Ready the clamps. Pulling away. Switching to nav control. Let's get ourselves turned around and heading towards this ship. Away from this planet. Let's dump the RCS down a wee bit. There we go. Get the relative velocity up. We want to make sure that we're going to be there. There we are. Lovely jubbly. Should be there in about 11 minutes. We'll get rid of our lateral velocity. There we go. A little bit of screen shaking. You'll love to see it. Should be there in 11 minutes. Good stuff. Alright. I think what we'll do is we'll restore this bay, because this bay was a little bit beaten up, if I remember. Oh. Check the collisions. What are we looking at? Ah, it's this ship here, yeah. That's fine. Thank you for letting me know, but I think we'll be okay. Unless it, like, really goes off course. There we go. I think this is actually the nicest the ship has looked in a long, long time, if I'm being completely honest. It's quite nice. Like, it looks kind of clean. I mean, obviously we've got a little bit of scrap there. That's steel over by the intake, but it actually looks fairly clean. I might think about getting another battery and attaching it to that conduit there. Just to kind of, like, help us with the power systems a wee bit. There we go. Get you. Yeah, there we go. We're thirsty now. So we do definitely want to have a wee drink when we get a second. Yeah, a little bit annoyed about those ships. I knew they were going to be expensive. I hope they weren't going to be that expensive. But, I mean, then again, we're working pretty quick in terms of getting money. I think we just need to concentrate on doing that. Let's hail you. Let's initiate the docking procedures. Clear that proximity alarm. Let's get rid of some of that velocity, please. Thank you. Right. There we go. Get rid of that relative. And ready on the bridge. Coming in. 30 seconds to go. We'll go a little bit faster just to speed things up just a wee bit. There's the autosave. Alright. There we go. Looking good. Dump that velocity down. Oh, a little bit all over the place. That's alright. Got the velocity down. Coming in fairly slow. 10 seconds to go. Yeah, if we're not holding the ports particularly well. That's okay. Should be ready to clamp any second now. Why? I was going to say, why are we not getting the clamping option? I had to almost go in reverse there for a second. That was weird. Didn't want to give us the clamps. Alright though. Should be clamped now. Indeed we are. Alright, get the helmet on. Let's get ready to go back out. Pop you on. Pop battery in. There we go. Looking good. We'll be back in a second ship. Interesting. What we're looking at here. Seen some conduits. I'm seeing some thrusters. Pretty damaged. Some bins. What kind of transponder are you? You are working. But you're off. Battery is here. Okay. Okay. There we go. Let's have a little look at power. So this battery is connected. It's good. Alright, let's go back to default. Okay, what we're looking at here, this is looking a wee bit weird. Almost can't quite tell what's going on. Oh. Untimed. Force shift ends, the shame in the atmosphere is almost unmistakable. Shipbreakers stop sparking their hand torches, long-armed construction waldos drop their grip and drift away from wrecked hulls. 2 clicks out, a cargo hauler cuts its reactor and the entire rig burns down like a cold ember in the dark. Untimed. The closest anyone out here will get to a Sabbath. 20 minutes and 58 glorious seconds well to the end of shift 4. A seemingly insignificant stretch of time remaining like loose change after the rest of the hours are divided, counted, and spent. In the beginning, untimed was merely a quirk of the new celestial calendar, a more even way to divide the year now that humanity had uncoupled itself from Earth and its overwrought lunar calendar. That was decades ago. These days, untimed for rest, for conversation, for anything else won't turn a buck for the bosses. As for the managers who choose not to observe this fine tradition, 2 weeks ago one of them fell from a labour barge and hit every ship on the way down. Fair enough. Oh well, we can kind of just rest easy a wee bit. Things are looking quite nice. Have we looking new? What we got? A couple of blister seals. Nothing particularly interesting. Let's drop this light on the ground so we can actually kind of maybe see a little bit better what's going on here. Because it does look like this is a wall here. Cargo web. I wonder if there's like a door around here that we could potentially get through. It almost feels like we're kind of like stuck in whatever this ship is. It almost looks like it's just a cargo freighter thing. There is a little bit of O2 in here. This is sealed. Part of me does wonder if we bust open one of the walls and get out that way. Or we could uninstall some of these conduits. We can try and see if we can get this battery working again. Get the power running over here, say. Let's have a little look, see if that's done anything for the power. Alright, looks like we've got power to a bit more of the ship, that's for sure. A couple of the thrusters. Got our lamp as well. Let's turn that off so we can see. We'll grab our lamp. And I think we'll install this wall. Yeah, we'll just let this vent. I think it's the best idea that we've got. At least means that we'll be able to make our way through here. Right, let's get rid of this N2 can, we don't need it. Yeah, it just looks like a bunch of cargo webs, whole bunch of thrusters, kind of just a grave ship. If I had to guess. There we go, what we're looking at. Bunch of cargo webs, nothing in them. Whole bunch of thrusters and seeming pretty damaged, but I wonder if we can get the dolly through. If we can get the dolly through, I mean, these thrusters could be a fair penny. I think we go for it. Additionally, this battery isn't that damaged. I would love to have another battery on our ship just so we could like extend how long we could stay out, but it's not really anywhere to put it. We don't have the best ship for things going. Let's have a little look outside over here as well. I want to actually have a look on both sides if possible. Thank you. Nothing on this side. On this side though, there's a couple more thrusters. Where's your intake? I guess potentially damaged. Yeah, this is just like a wall here. Got our thruster here, it's damaged. I don't know where their intake is. I don't know where their intake would have been. Maybe up here. I mean, there's a bunch of N2 stuff here, so maybe it was actually where those tanks were. You're all quite damaged. I think we'll spend the time, uninstall you all. Yeah, there we go. Uninstall you all. We'll ship you on the dolly. Make sure we're doing the thrusters, no the conduits. There we go. This thruster is damaged, so we'll not bother with you. Instead, we'll just take the ones that are actually working. And then we'll leave you here. Because I think this is probably about as useful as you will be. Unless you want to take that battery too, which, again, maybe not the worst shape. We'll get paid for it, certainly. There we go. Right. We'll drop off our light here, just so we can kind of see what's doing on our way back. And yeah, maybe we will. Double check these bins. Yeah, nothing there. For you, there's nothing of value. There's a transponder. We could always try and grab it. It's very prone to damaging, but I mean, might be worth. Yeah, I'll take off this battery as well. There we go. Grab the dolly. Let's get out. Let's get to work. I think we'll attempt. I don't think this is a ship we're going to be particularly bothered about keeping or making sure it's working. So let's see if we can grab this transponder. Oh, we did manage to recover its transponder, and it is working. That's surprising. I don't think I've really ever had that happen before. That's actually amazing. We might be able to sell that for quite a lot of money. Right, let's first of all, let's grab everything here. Grab all these barrels. Grab these cleaning supplies in case we want to use them later on. We'll grab these thrusters and then we'll get out of here. Yeah, it's looking good. Will we have enough space to pick up all these thrusters is the other question. I think we're out of luck a wee bit. We'll maybe just leave one of them behind, or we can just take it on a second trip. Get the dolly out of here. And then we'll come and grab the other one. There we go. This dolly definitely makes things a lot faster when it comes to getting things out. Well, you guys can very easily remember when we had to literally just grab every single tank one by one and then drop it off. Probably excruciating gameplay to watch. Right, let's drop the dolly. Let's drop you here. Good stuff. We'll go and grab this other one here. I still can't believe we got that transponder. That's a fantastic yet for us. We might be able to make quite a bit of money off that. Especially if we maybe... I mean, we could maybe see if we could take that to the black market and see if we can get something a wee bit better for that. Not official salvage, but potentially get something good. Alright, let's drop you off here. We'll actually pick up this dolly. We don't need to do this now, actually. We can get off this ship and start heading over to... I think we're going to head over to these ships over here. I think that makes the most sense because we've got a whole bunch of them just kind of together. So let's undock from this ship. There we go. Release the clamps. Get away from you. Boom. Good stuff. Alright, switching nav controls. Have a little look at you. Get ourselves around to this other ship. There we go. A little overshot. That's okay. Everybody makes mistakes. Running a little bit lower on RCS, but it's to be expected. Yeah, it's really, if anything, it's just our power supply is just not that great. Doesn't seem to last very long, is what I'm saying. Like, we've got, what is it, 50 watts? Doesn't seem to last long. Oh, 11 minutes till we hit. Let's get the dolly grabbed, pick that up, and we'll start seeing if we can repair some of this stuff. Let's stop wasting our battery on our light as well, if possible. There we go. Cool. Let's get you off. Let's get our... Where's our battery component? There it is. Get your battery out so we're not wasting precious power. And then we can get our other stuff out as well. Hopefully get it all repaired. That'd be nice. Doesn't look like we'll be able to fit everything in the ship as per. So we maybe just chuck some stuff in the bit. Or I guess we can just see what we can restore and then do that. Although, looks like we might just be able to shove some stuff in here. Good. There we go. Love to see it. Alright, let's drop this dolly. Because now we're ready to go. Let's, yeah, let's start restoring some stuff. Oh, before we go anywhere, double check the nav station. I do this every time. Yeah, alarm is on. ETA 10 minutes. Alright, let's get to work. Store away. Good stuff. Oh. There we go. Time's up. We managed to get one thing restored. Oh. Oh no, it's conflict reverse. Clear you. We've still got 7 minutes. I was going to say that seemed awfully quick, but that'll be why. So we've got one of our thrusters that we do need to fix up, but we'll see if we got the parts for that in the next place. In the meantime, we'll just restore up these thrusters. Would really like to get this battery in. As I keep saying though, we do not have any space in which to really kind of like, you know, mess about with. So, worst comes to worst, we just restore it up and we sell it. He's got a lot of charge on it. It's going to be better condition than our own battery. I mean, maybe we actually think about restoring up our own battery. That could also be good. Okay, there we go. Time's up. Let's get to the nav station. Right, clear you. Switch to you. Hail you. Initiate docking procedures. Right, let's get ourselves actually turned around. That would be good. There we are. Let's get ourselves lined up. Cut that other velocity, thank you, and make sure we're ready for docking. Alright, coming in. We're going to wait until we get to around about 1 kilometer out, as I keep saying, or maybe we'll get a little bit closer. Main thing is I want to make sure that we're definitely lined up here like that, and then we'll drop down that velocity. There we go. Let's drop that down. Nice, nice, nice. 15 seconds. And then we're in. Get these clamps nice and lined up. There we are. ETA 5 seconds. Yeah, you really don't want to dock with this, do you? There we go. Good stuff. Alright. Good, good stuff. Right, let's get the helmet back on. Let's get the EVA compartment in. Let's get ready to rumble. What are we looking at here? Right. Doesn't look like there's any electricity. That's alright. We've got some kind of big open... Oh boy! This is another nuclear powered ship. Right, let's get this battery on. Or sorry, this light on. We can have a wee look about. There we go. That's a little bit better. So, big hull. Signal box. Versatile connecting and controlling multiple electronic devices from afar when powered. Interesting. Okay. I like it. How are we doing in terms of power on this ship? Let's have a wee look. Absolutely nothing. Dead ship. Damage? Completely damaged. Alright. Let's have a look inside our bin. Here. Spare screens. A bunch of stuff there. Very small nuclear powered ship, it must be said. Let's access the lock in this crate. Hack it open. There we go. Unlock it. Thank you. What you got in here? Anything good? This is splints. A couple of drink pouches. And some pain relief. Alright. Nothing particularly valuable. A shame. There's nothing really on this ship other than this initial bit over here. I mean, there's a little bit of like a crew-ish quarters here, which is nice, I suppose. Yeah, this is literally just like a wandering nuclear reactor is all this ship was. This would not have been fun to fly on, that's for sure. Alright, let's strip it out. Do we have a look in this crate? Some shoes. Anti-atrophy pen injector. Okay. Interesting. We'll pick you up. I think you'll be pretty good. Might even inject ourselves with that. Yeah, I think... Well, we want to make sure that we can try and repair this generator if we can. So let's see if we can grab some stuff. Indeed we can. Let's repair up this generator and we'll use that as our kind of money maker on this venture. Because this ship does not seem particularly useful. Start of a new shift. Let's have a wee look at our finances. Got to pay our mortgage, so let's do it. I'm feeling pretty good. We're slowly but surely making money. We should be able to hopefully make a good bit of cash. Especially once we kind of repair this up. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. That's looking good. It's going to make us a wee bit of money as well. And there's the autosave. And I've just had a wee look at the time. What we're going to do, we uninstall this generator. I think we're going to get back to our ship. And that's probably what we'll call this episode. Another pretty good one, must be said. We've made some money. We've made some money. We found a new part for the generator. We can always head back to the 2 ships that we have in our sort of notes. Should we wish to, we'll just drop you in this bay for now. There we go. Yep. Drop you in there. Good stuff. Definitely. We need to find some more bays like this. This is definitely good. But yeah, I think what we'll do is we'll maybe have another little look around this ship the next time. But I think that's probably all we'll need to do. But yeah, just want to say thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you're enjoying Ostranauts. And thank you again for all the comments. Fantastic wee game. I'm really, really enjoying having a go at it again. And I mean, it's been a while since I've done quite a lot of this stuff. Who knows? Maybe we'll be heading to Venus before we know it. We can see. Just want to say thank you for watching. Thank you to all the members of the Burger Band as well for supporting the channel and helping us get these videos out. If you want to become a member of the Burger Band, you can do so by joining us on YouTube. Just gives you access to videos as soon as they're uploaded, rather than when they're scheduled to come out. Can be a big help as well. But yeah, just want to say thank you very much for watching. Until next time, take care.